Hey there, it's Crafty Jennabug. I'm really excited about this project today. Quick disclaimer, if you suffer from arachnophobia, this may not be the video for you, so consider yourself warned. You probably already saw in the thumbnail what this video is about. I will be very forthcoming with that. So, that out of the way, I have warned you. I woke up yesterday morning and I wanted to make beaded spiders. So I did. I spent a few hours making these cute little guys. I think they're cute anyhow. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I want to do this. I think they're going to be great. So I found a tutorial on YouTube. I will link below the video I used and figured I would make my own video since I loved making these so much. This is the first one I made. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. This is the first one I made. I used an end pin, some bead caps, and a couple of large beads for the body and head. Made a loop on the end. And then I took some wire, seed beads and other beads that I had, and made the legs. It's quite simple, especially once you get it down, and they are adjustable. They're adorable. You could hang them from the loop on the end. They're quite versatile. You can make them ornaments. I think I might make a garland for over my couch and hang them. I haven't decided yet. I really just was obsessively making spiders. This one I got a couple of bigger beads. This one is the biggest so far. A couple of bigger beads. This one I used a 2-inch end pin, and my loop was very, very small, so I attached a jump ring to the end of it. I just love these so much. I cannot express how excited they make me, how happy they make me. I love them. I like spiders anyway, but these little guys are definitely one of my favorite creations ever. So this one I used a little bit different shaped beads for the legs. Come on. I used differently shaped beads. They're like a rectangular tube for these, and some seed beads. These I used E-beads, which are a little bit bigger. It really depends on the size of the wire you use and how big you want your spider to be. For the smaller body, I used thinner wire, and I used a variety of, I used seed beads and E-beads on this one for the legs, just to demark the joints. You don't have to do it that way. Anyway, I'm over explaining this. I'm gonna dance. Deep, 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 deep. Anyway, let's make one. That's what we're gonna do next. First things first, let's get these guys out of the way. My little spider army. First thing we're going to need is, the way I like to start is to grab some beads. Where did you come from? Grab some beads. Find the bead for the body. That's usually what I do. Let's use this one. And then I find a smaller bead for the head that's usually size appropriate, just a little smaller. This one's not going to work for me. That's going to be too small of a head, I think. Although, is that similar in size to this one? No, that is much bigger. I don't know. Do we think that could work? Sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I don't need... Alright. Let's see. So we'll do that one for now. That would be gorgeous. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, I'm too excited. So, since this bead has a lot of silver accents, I'm going to use silver wire, and I'm going to use silver end pin. Alright. I have a silver end pin, well, silver metal. I don't know that it's actually silver, but it's a silver colored metal. I'm going to make sure that it fits without pulling through. Some of these beads had bigger holes and I needed the bead cap to prevent the end pin from sliding all the way through. This little guy actually has a seed bead holding the end pin in place. So you get real creative with these. So let me see. Okay, I don't want it like that. Let's do this. Does that need, oh, see, there we go. That just pulled right through at the right angle, which I do not want to happen. So this is going to need a bead cap. I have some small ones. So I will take that, slide it through, put my bead on, and then my spider body. So there's my head and my body. You know, I kind of like that. I like that. Now, what we want to do next is make sure that we have a little bit of a gap between the head and the body beads, and that will allow us to get the legs in there. So what I'm going to do now is take my round pliers and make a loop, badly, apparently. And then I will take my trimmers and trim, and then close the loop. Also badly, apparently. There we go. And that gives me quite a bit of gap. I could probably tighten that up a little bit. I might after I add the wires for the legs. So now we gotta figure out the legs. I'm going to use, let's see, where's my wire? Gauge are you? 24 gauge, yeah, that's fine. So typically I've been using between 18 and 24 gauge wire. 18, the smaller your number with wire, the thicker it is. So for instance, this is 18 gauge and it's thicker. I used that size for the big spider with the E beads. You will not be able to get these tiny little seed beads on wire that thick. So I saved this for my bigger spiders. This one's not going to be huge. I could do either, but I think that gap is going to be too wide, but we'll see. So now to figure out the legs, I take some wire, I straighten it out, and I figure out how long I want the legs to be. They're not going to be that long. I need to add a little extra length because I'm going to wrap the wire around the end pin. So, and I can always trim them shorter. Plus I got to account for the fact that I'm going to put a loop on the end. So we're going to go with about that, and we're going to cut 4 lengths of that same length. All right, now that I have my 4 leg wires cut, I'm going to fold them roughly in half, like so. And then I'm going to set them between the body and the head. And then I'm going to twist. Yeah, I'm going to need to make that tighter. So I am going to adjust this loop because it is a bit too loose. I have a bit too much play like I thought I would, so I'm just going to trim a tiny little bit, maybe a millimeter or 2 off, and then close it back up. There, that'll give me, well, maybe it won't. Why is that getting so much play in there? It is because of this. Okay, let's tighten it up a bit more. There we go. That's a little better. So now I want to ensure that these legs are tightly wrapped around this body piece. I think I've got some bend going on here. Anywho, so I'm going to hold the wires on one side and tug each one individually just to ensure it's tight around that end pin without, you know, popping anything. I'm spreading out my wires a bit to make the legs, and then we're gonna bead them. Now I gotta figure out what beads I want. All right, I think I've got this figured out. Move everything in frame. I think I'm gonna use some of these silver colored beads for the big joints. I like to make a big joint about halfway down the legs. I have some of these little gray rondelles I think I'll use for accent joints, like here and here. And then I have these blue seed beads, and then further up I have some silver and some blue e-beads, and I think that's what I'll do. Now, these legs are going all over the place. Something I like to do when I start, since it's so tight here, I like to go in with some seed beads, the little tiny guys, just so that I'm not like crowding this and the legs can be a little bit more movable. For instance, let's see, I believe I have some here. I did seed beads before I went to the e-beads on this. So let's just start with the beading. All right, and I will do maybe 3 of these seed beads. Only want the clear ones. And this is a mix of clear and solid. And that'll give me a little bit more wiggle room there. And then I can start with the e-beads. I do want to go with silver. Maybe I should do blue, silver, blue. No, silver, blue, silver. I think. You know what? No. No, I'm rethinking this. I'm gonna stick with the seed beads. Oh, did I just lose all my beads? I sure did. So, no e-beads, they're too big. Instead, I will pull out these seed beads over here. So, I need this for the blue, so I'll leave it here. And then I have these silver seed beads I'm going to use. And we'll just alternate them. We'll do blue, silver, blue, silver, blue, and then I'll do my first joint. Like that. And then I'll go back to the blue, silver, blue, silver, blue. And that's what I have. And then I will put this silver bead on. Now that I look at it, I don't like it. What if we switch to the big rondelles that are the same color. Let's see how we like that. Oh yeah, I like that more. Much better. Should I actually how about yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just have 2 joints on these legs. I am fine with that. Alright, that is what my leg is going to look like. Now, I am going to take my round nose pliers make a loop, trim my loop, and there is my leg. Why is this going in all kinds of crazy directions? That's going to be my spider leg. And I'm just going to do the other 8 off camera, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, here we go. I have my little guy all beaded up on his legs. And now I'm just kind of going to play with it. This is the top, because I like having that. You can't see. So this is the top. I like having that single wraparound. Now there was a lot of wiggle room here, but now that I have beaded the legs, it's a bit tighter. So this is the underside. And I'm just going to kind of bend the legs up and back down. That should be a front. And there we have it. Cute little Spidey. Cute little spider friend. There we have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you are inspired to make some spiders. I had a lot of fun. And I'm gonna end this and go make some more. So have a great day. Bye.